What is up, beautiful people? We are excited to announce that we now have merchandise on our website. Coffee mugs, pint glasses, t-shirts, and more. Head to our profile, hit the link, and show us some love. We appreciate you guys. We're also accepting submissions for our segment, What's Your Deal? Where you guys send in a picture of yourself, your grandma, your roommate, and our co-host Cody will tell you what their deal is. He'll tell you their occupation, he'll tell you their hobbies, even name and age, and I'm telling you, he gets real close. So send a picture, send a bio. We can't wait to see it. We love you guys. Let's go.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
I challenge everybody that listens to this to get out of your shell and go do something new and fun.
Happy to be here.
Like they just slow motion.
Do you see Zach trying to pretend like he doesn't watch cake sitting videos?
Happy to be here.
There to exorcise the
Wait,
demons.
so your swan man is
Our,
an exorcist?
our Schwan delivery man that brought us bomb pops and chicken nuggets is there to perform an exorcism.
This needs to be made into a short
You
film.
couldn't make this shit up.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Double doors and then those back double doors. So that'll be like, that's your bed in the back?
Yeah,
And you
bed-
just pop those doors open?
Bed in the back and little kind of like little.
Little window right there, little
Yep.
window right there. And then
Little
it just like right in front of you is just like the, yeah, that's sick, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
And you're doing it all like by yourself?
This one I haven't had any help yet.
You were breaking down for me like the plumbing, like you were just like, so there's a sink here. I'm like, a sink? Can you explain like how how does that work?
I'll pull. I guess I'll have a picture, for you guys to pull up. But the sink, basically, I just got a bathroom vanity from like a Lowe's or whatever.
Okay.
Small bathroom vanity that would go in like a tiny bathroom, and then instead of hooking up like traditional plumbing, all it's gonna be is there's a electric sink spout that you can get on Amazon. I haven't picked the one I want yet, but basically it looks exactly like a sink spout, and then when you lift it up or push the button for water, it turns on a tiny pump and then pumps it from a jug that's below, which will be 5 gallons.
Yeah.
The drain will be hooked up to a different 5-gallon jug. They sit up like tall. They're almost like the ones that you'd see on the back of like a Jeep back in the day.
Okay.
They would hold fuel. They're kind of tall and skinny.
Okay.
They hold 5 gallons. So they'll sit next to each other, and one will pull water up, and then the drain one will go into the drain side. So in theory, if you don't people aren't pouring beers out in your sink, you'll never overfill your drain.
Yeah, it's just like if you got to pour like a water, like something out, pour it outside.
Yeah, only water that goes down the drain is what comes from out of the spout.
Okay.
So if you need to wash your hands, great. You need to clean vegetables, great. You need to, depending on how clean the water is, you need to get a drink of water in a pinch, great.
Okay, that's pretty cool, man.
And that's how. So there's no plumbing in the bus. I have a bathroom in there, and there's no plumbing in the bathroom either.
Yeah, it's just like a pre-plan. You have your water. You know what you need to swap out. You have it planned for that amount of days that you take a trip or whatever. How far are you from getting it finished?
Tough to say. I'd say probably I'd like to finish it in the next 30 days or something.
Damn. I was gonna say like 6 months, a year. He's like
30
days.
Yeah, no,
That's
I've done a lot.
ambitious, bro.
I've done a lot in the last 30 days.
You did because they did not have walls.
No,
You don't think it
within
had
the last with like a little more than 30 days ago, maybe about 45 days ago, I was taking the seats out.
So when we were in there, when you were showing me earlier, when I went to your house, was there carpet in there? Or
No, there's just a wood, like a faux wood flooring. In
you
there.
put that in there?
Mm-hmm. I did everything myself.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
That is sick.
It's actually, believe it or not, it is a lot easier than it seems.
really.
It's challenging, but if you're willing to send it, if you're willing to just be like, that looks fucking right, and you just willing to have enough guts to fucking make the cut.
So what does that do for your your mental health? Is it
No, it's good.
staying busy with those types of projects and stuff like that? Is that
Yeah, I've just realized I'm a tinker, project goer, and so I just have to have some sort of thing that is almost impossible kind of going.
I love that. And if that's beneficial for the family. The family's like, fuck yeah, all right, sweet.
I mean, if you pull it off, but you know, if you have 10 of them that you didn't pull off and a couple that you
they'll
did,
still have one a year that's really good, you know?
ends up with a little bit of carnage along the way. You know, garage full of shit, side of the house full of shit, you know, weeds everywhere.
So how is it in the engine? Is it pretty?
All that stuff's good. Yeah, it's a 2001 and it has 50,000 miles. So,
What? Wow.
Yeah.
So you can hit the road.
And
with
it's
that.
a E350 and it's a Triton V10. So it's not a V8, it's not a V6, it's V10. And so it's the same motor that a full-on 35-foot RV would have.
Damn.
But except it's a shuttle bus, and so I can throw in there whatever I want, and it's going to be able to take it. If you look up online, it's 10 miles to the gallon whether you're completely fucking empty with nothing in it, or you're loaded to the fucking gills. You're going to get 10 miles to the gallon.
Wow. Okay.
So
you're going to get 10.
that's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. But it's going to be a comfy ride though. And is it a little bit bigger than the van that you have, the other van that you have?
It's 3 feet longer. It's all
Is it wider at all?
about 8 inches. Doesn't seem
On
like
each
it.
side or total?
Total.
Damn.
Doesn't seem
Really?
like it. Doesn't
No.
seem like it.
No, it
Yeah.
seems
it
way
fits in
bigger.
a regular parking spot. Fits in a regular parking spot, and it's 3 feet longer, so it's like as big as like a big truck. And that's why you go with the shuttle bus, is because now you can do your Yellowstone, you can do all those places that have that height and size requirement. You're
Okay.
because some certain places you can't go unless you can pull into a parking spot. So
I see.
Now, I'm glad y'all did Yellowstone when you did. You see all that flooding and shit that happened?
it's insane.
Bro.
The
that was
road,
like
the
a
road
week-
they're showing,
That was like a week after y'all left.
the road that they're showing on the news and stuff was the road that we took. That town, I forget what it's called. It's right outside of there.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's river that was going through there. When we were at Yellowstone, we were looking at the river like, damn, that river is fucking hitting. And it didn't rain one day.
So is that what happened? Did it just rain? And
It
then
rained so hard that the water rushed so much that it lifted the water level, and it just like collapsed like the whole hillside.
Yeah.
Bro, you would think that the damn geyser would explode, but then it just floods.
Like, can you imagine that you live next to like an active volcano your whole life, and then you get taken out by a flood?
Yeah, but I feel like
Damn.
it could affect like some of that stuff. If you saw some of the way those geysers were blowing,
Bro.
like imagine an extra amount of whatever water. Like I feel like
That
something
shit-
could go wrong
Is it
with a
more?
ton of water.
You think it's more expensive to live next to that geyser, or cheaper to live next to it?
I
You
don't
think
know.
they need to pay you to live closer to
Yeah,
that
you
shit?
think
Like,
there'd be
I
some
want
sort
some
of
tax
kickback.
breaks, okay?
Yeah.
You got me living next to a
That's
death
funny.
machine.
That's funny because I bet you that it's funny you keyed in on that because I don't know.
It's probably more because like, oh,
Yeah.
you want to live next to left.
Not even really though.
You
The
gotta pay the
town that I
death
was
tax
in,
because
the
you're
town
kind
where
of
I-
stupid for living this close.
So you gonna get a death discount? You get a death tax.
Well, the
son.
town that I was in that was right outside of there, I guess it was kind of expensive when we looked up properties and stuff. But at the same time, like it wasn't super nice. Like you can tell, like money hadn't shown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Damn,
but yeah,
that's
it was
cool.
it was crazy to see all that stuff. The road that you were on washed out. Like fuck, I'm glad.
Especially you could have been stuck. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have been. Could have been a shitty situation, man. It's crazy how we literally live every day like yesterday, like what yesterday happened yesterday is gonna happen tomorrow. Like, you know, it's like, oh, everything will just be fine, everything will be good. You never know. You were however many days out of just being in some scramble situation with your
Yeah.
family of like trying to get home, and now a road's blocked off, it's flooded, and you're, you know, what do? Now you're held up, you're knocking on someone's door, you're trying to get your vehicle in a safe place. I mean,
And you know what's crazy is like if you were like, there's no one lives in Yellowstone. You know, so
you're just
the
sleeping
road
in your car
Well, I
trying
mean,
to-
like they knew who was in there, kinda. There's people who were there's parts of Yellowstone. Maybe now they've reached it, but there's parts of Yellowstone that weeks. There's people over there, and no one could get to them. They had to helicopter in supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, they couldn't get in, out, left, right, nothing. There ain't no doors. Nobody lives in Yellowstone. Like, you got to pitch your tent. You might be at high enough ground to where the floodwater's not going to affect you, but all the roads are washed out. You can't leave. You got a camper. You got a
that's
big
the best. That's the best thing that you
Yeah.
got is that you got a camper.
Yeah, or you came in there there's a bunch of camps in there. You know, that's how it works.
Damn, dude. Oh yeah, give us some fucking sweet bleezes right there in the
Yeah,
eyeballs.
right? Ooh.
You were gonna say something, Mike. I don't know if you remember what you were gonna say, but
Was I gonna say something?
yeah, I did hear you saying something.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
We're going to say something about Kevin Costner and I wonder how he's doing in Yellowstone.
Oh, is Kevin Costner in Yellowstone?
He's in the TV show.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, bro. No, I don't know nothing about Kevin Costner. I know that we saw Tenacious D a couple weeks ago, and this opening act was a man by the name of Puddles the Clown. He's been on variety shows like America's Got Talent and shit.
Dude, Puddles.
Yeah, Puddles.
I'm pretty sure I love Puddles.
So Puddles Pity Party was the name of Tenacious D's opener, and it was Puddles the Clown, and he was singing like Frank Sinatra tunes, like with a very good voice, like he was killing it. But the whole time he had these songs where he had two video screens beside him, and he would keep cutting back to different Kevin Costner movies, and he would keep like professing his love for Kevin Costner. And then he like was singing Let It Go from Frozen for a little bit, but then he like merged it into a Metallica song. He was doing all kinds of weird, funny singing that like I wasn't really sure I was into. And my wife was like, "So did you want to go check out the merch booth or anything?" Well, he's on. Like, cool, we saw the guy that we've seen on TV, but like this is kind of weird. And like every new song would start, and I'd be like, "No, this I can't stop watching this. This is a live train wreck."
Somewhere in between comedy and music.
It was very weird. And some of the stuff that he did, I was like, "This is fucking genius."
It is smart.
But a lot of it, I just like, it took me a minute to kind of latch onto what was really happening, because he would sing like a serious song and like give it his all and belt his heart out with this very, very good voice that he has, and then end up just like turning shit into comedy. So I was like, where's the line?
Yeah.
But no, you reminded me of that because he really had this fascination with Kevin Costner, and he like would interrupt songs to be like, "It's fucking Kevin Costner."
What the hell? Just random.
Yeah, and it would pop up on the video screen. It was very, very weird, bro.
Wow.
But Tenacious D killed it. But yeah,
Speaking of Kevin Costner,
that wasn't what I was gonna say. But yeah, Brennan threw that my way.
Tenacious D, man.
So
The
good.
Strawberry River. I used to love that movie, man. The Pick of Destiny.
Oh, the
That was
Baby
my
Sass?
shit. Yeah, Baby Sass. Dude,
Baby
that was like my
Sass,
favorite
bro.
part.
Yeah, no, they did good, man. They fucking killed it. Their set design was awesome. They had like they had banners that kept coming up behind them, but they would change. So they had one that is from their album. It's like Rise of the Phoenix, but the Phoenix is a big dick. Like the bird that they have on the album is like a dick and balls, and then they've disguised him to look like a phoenix, so they could put the cover art on Spotify as just like a big dick. So it's
Nice.
yeah. So they have the dick bird behind them for a while, and then they have like some other like mushroom castle or something like that has like a vagina door for an entrance. It's all very immature, like body humor.
I love it.
They had a bunch of dick stuff and stuff like that, but very, very cool to see it all live. They have the song where they're talking about other types of rock that tried to kill the metal, and the metal will survive and stuff like that. Like punk rock tried to kill the metal. It failed and shit like that. But they bring this huge like metal man out on stage, and he's got horns and fucking in a big metal suit, and he's like doing the robot, and they keep like talking to him like he is the metal and shit. I don't know. It's very memorable.
Now
and
it
like,
sounds like an acid trip.
anything, bro, just being in the room with Jack Black energy is fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude.
It's
He's
crazy.
talented musically, man. He just
And it's crazy at his age. Like, he's kind of an old dude now. He's got the big shaggy beard and the gray hair and stuff like that. He's not doing movies regularly anymore. And you think, like, man, that's the dude from, like, all these fucking classic movies that I've seen him in. But even at his age, just still belting it out and fucking going crazy on stage.
beautiful.
That's cool.
It gave me a lot of hope to see two old-ass men, balding men, fucking
Exactly.
go up there and give it their all. I'm like, man, maybe you can do it at, like, 50, 60.
I was just gonna
You didn't
say.
hit your pickle shot?
Oh, I think I did. I think I just sipped the pickle back.
Sip the pickle.
Sip the pickle, bro.
Okay, so I did want to talk about something, this idea, right, that was posted by Lucas of Lucky Boy Reviews. We had him on the last episode, guys. Go check it out if you haven't seen that one. But he reviews movies professionally and does a pretty damn good job and takes it serious. And really
That was a fun
writes
conversation, man.
Yeah,
We had a lot of fun.
it really was fun to listen to. And he posted something that said, I found a note that said, I need to go back to living like I did in the 90s. Did you guys see that post?
I did.
Okay, so
Had like the Blockbuster and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read the caption at all?
I didn't read. I just read the found something that said need to live like.
So
women
he
tonight.
goes in. You know what? I'm just gonna read it to you guys.
Read it, bro. Story time.
Okay, because it really.
It resonated.
God, dude, he's a good writer, and
Let's talk about it.
I want to be able to expand on this.
The dude is very well spoken. He's very smart.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. It's kind of long, but I'm gonna read it. All right. It's been a while, I know. It has been so long, I honestly wasn't sure how to come back. I knew I needed a break from social media. My body was humming with this low-grade anxiety for so long. It became my normal state of being. This thing I still remember a time before cell phones and how free I felt. When I would leave my house, I was just in my city, present with whoever was in front of my face. I didn't have a device with the world's knowledge in my pocket, with constant global updates begging for my attention. I knew I was tired of living in a constant state of on and finding myself unintentionally feeling my pocket to make sure I had my phone. If it was not in its usual location, both of my hands would frivolously move around all over my body, diving into all my pockets looking for its new location. It hit me. I'm an addict. I was looking for my fix. When my phone was back in my hand, a relief came over me. I knew this state wasn't good for me. But the truth is, I missed writing about the movies. I missed you all. I missed sharing my thoughts with you and pointing you in a direction I felt would make for a great night in front of the TV. I wasn't sure how to balance these two powerful thoughts. A while back, I wrote a note to myself that said, start living like you did in the 90s. I used this. I decided to make that thought the structure on how I would live in the modern digital world. I started buying physical medium again. I buy CDs and listen to whole albums while driving in my car. When I turn my car on, the CD picks right back up where it left off. I spent time with entire albums and switched things up when I needed a new experience. The longer the album stays in a car, I can gauge its quality in my life. Do I listen to the album in its entirety or do I skip songs? Does the album only last a few trips or multiple days in the player? What album do I come back to most? Back in the early 2000s, this is how I could gauge my love for an artist/band. How much time did I spend with them in the car? I missed that, and now I got that feeling back. This is a state of being I love. The way I was living for the last decade just felt shallow and continued in comments.
God damn. God damn, boys. So,
Cheers to that.
not to toot my own horn, I'm gonna take just a little bit of credit for that. Yeah, he had the note from the 90s. We talk so much about how modern media is just too much and how like just being online and having things at the tip of your fingers to just stream and whatever has made art, like the time people put into cinema and music and all these fucking things, like it's so inconsequential to people and insignificant to them. And really, I fuck with the idea of returning value to all that. Even when I listen on streaming, I try to listen to full albums. Like I cater a playlist that I'll listen to sometimes, but I really try to pick albums and listen to the whole thing. I started collecting vinyl for that. I'm a firm believer in physical media, so I totally fuck with what he's saying right there. But yeah, we talked about all that, and I really, really fuck with that mentality because it helps you value, what's in front of you rather than just saying, oh, I heard one track, I wasn't sure if I fucked with it. Bro, if it's the only thing in the car, I was just telling you the other day, if we can get a CD in someone's car, if it's in their deck, it doesn't leave their deck. I have people to this day in 2022 saying Escape Plan's still in my car.
Yeah.
It starts playing right when I get in the car. Yeah, I do switch to other music, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't listen to it all the time, but it's like he just said, bro. A CD is right there, picks up where it left off, and you're back into it again.
And I mean, if you were submerged in it to the point where you had a flip phone and the CD was the only option, it was like, oh, I can't plug in this aux cord or connect via Bluetooth and just play Spotify. Like I have to get my hands on some music if I want to listen to it. My question is it doable? Is it possible?
Bro, people are Amish. It's possible.
This is why I stay busy.
Is it possible for anybody in this room? Can you guys see this as something possible where you didn't have, you had a phone, but you didn't have like a smartphone or something where you were connected?
This is why I stay busy. This is why I try to do things that I think could be impossible because none of it is like like trying to like do things with my thumbs. It's all like real deal. Like you got to put shit together, and there's not enough hands to also hold a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I want to take a bike ride or I want to try, I got to do something to keep busy. Otherwise, my life will generally be miserable because I have complete addiction to just seeing what's going on. And I'm actually pretty good. Like I'm really good at like posting something, but then not really scrolling. You know, I'm pretty good at that. Like, but at the same time, like I totally feel that. I feel everything he's saying. And my wife has CDs in her truck, and it's exactly what Mike and him was saying. Like it just picks right up, and it's excellent.
And think movies too. Like, you know, when there's a film, it's just like, now you just go to HBO and they have 5,000 options.
And there's so many choices, bro. There's so many fucking choices. Like
where before you'd go to someone's house and you would go, oh, you got a lot of movies.
Yeah, the DVD flex just the other day happened. Someone had about it's actually my father-in-law had about 500 DVDs to pick from, and my son, who goes over there all the time, is like, no, Dad, well, look at this. Anything you want to watch. And I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm like, fuck, he has anything I want to watch. And he has it categorized from like action to horror.
Oh, that's
to
cool.
Children's. And it's like, oh my God, if you look in the action section, you're just like, it's 100% heat.
Yeah.
It's 100% heat.
I got a collection, but mine's still small enough to be done alphabetical because it's only 2 shelves. But I kind of have this like weird, like you say, you like to stay busy so you don't get caught up in it or whatever. I kind of have this weird, it's not a fantasy because I would hate for it to happen, but I just have this weird suspicion that someday, eventually, at some point, the internet is going to get shut off. Somebody's going to shut off the internet. Something's going to happen. The internet's going to go down worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I got this big collection of CDs. I got this big collection of DVDs. I got this big collection of vinyl. I got all these things that I own physical that are tangible. You know, I just heard so PlayStation was selling movies for a while, and they just shut down their video service completely like months ago. You can't buy movies off PlayStation anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They just announced today that as of next month, movies that you bought on there, they're going to disappear. Things that you paid full price for, $20 for a new release, they're just going to disappear. This whole collection of fucking like...
Somewhere deep in the...
Because you don't own shit when you buy it digitally.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't own shit. The one exception, I think, and it's probably one of the few exceptions, iTunes, when you die, you can hand down your iTunes library to somebody like in your will, which is crazy that that's a thing. But at least they thought of it.
That's tight.
So iTunes
Fucking
can
Apple.
like perpetuate the shit you bought. You can pass down to a relative because you own it. But most things you buy digitally, you don't own. And at any point in time, the terms and conditions say they can just take it away from you.
So I don't want to get too far off the topic, but CD Baby, like distribution platforms.
Yeah.
Artists put their music on Spotify, iTunes, and all this stuff, but they don't buy this certain package. Then if you stop paying, they pull it back off, right?
Right. So CD Baby, I really fuck with. We pay a little bit more. I'll be totally transparent. It's like what, $30 for a single and like $90 for an album or something. But once you pay it, your shit is up and it doesn't change. TuneCore, I think, just announced some new plan where it's $14.99 a year for unlimited uploads, and you can upload anything for $15 a year.
And that's where you'll get put in a hanger where like if you stop paying.
So it sounds really good, and you do have to pay your $15 a year. But the thing about TuneCore is they, in the fine print, take a larger percentage of artist royalties. Like CD Baby takes very minimal from the money that we get from streaming. Like it's not bad at all. All these other sites that are saying, hey, we'll upload your music for $15 a year, or we'll do it for free, or we'll do it for this or that. There's fine print that it's not free. They're taking your streaming money, what little you're getting, because streaming doesn't pay a lot.
So with TuneCore, is it like that? If you stop paying that $15 a year, do they take it off Spotify?
Yeah, so it's $15 a year for unlimited uploads, but it's always been like that with TuneCore. You pay for that year to have it up, and at the end of that year, you decide again if you want to renew it or if you want to have it taken down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like if I made it, I want it there indefinitely.
I want it there.
So just give me that option.
Yeah, if I was doing
and then imagine like if they're just like, yeah, it does seem like you're popping. Like we're looking at your social medias, and so. All right, so let's meet and talk about what it costs to get your music off of TuneCore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck. These motherfuckers are going to take my hot single. You know, they want $200K to just release it.
It's wild. All the other services out there that I've like researched and looked into, It basically is for people that just want some shit up to say, hey, I got it on Spotify, and they're not like taking it super serious. You know what I'm saying? Or they're putting out so much shit. It's quantity over quality, and they don't mind if a mixtape comes down in a year or something like that. They're trying to push it real quick, and then they're on to the next 6 albums they're making this year. You know?
Yeah.
And that's not me. I want my shit to live forever.
Live there, past me.
Exactly.
Getting back to that, living like in the 90s stuff. Is it sustainable to live like that when the world is moving? Like, is a flip phone sustainable when the world is moving even further
100% yes.
No,
because
100%
when we're
yes.
talking about we're talking about the metaverse, we're talking about just what, every
world
generation.
Why yes? Why yes?
Because to survive, you need food, water, and shelter. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Mike? You do not need the internet.
No, you don't need the internet, but what you need. So you're talking about a scenario that's survival.
Well, that's what he said.
No,
He said
I'm
survive.
saying, well, is it sustainable?
Is it sustainable?
In the sense.
So what are you sustaining? A rap career?
So no, in the sense of like, in the sense
Well,
of
I'm just
like,
wondering.
No, for real.
okay, in the sense of like what your kids are going to be into, that's going to be beyond your control, because just like our parents,
Exactly.
when it's like, oh, I'm in these video games, my mom's like, what is this shit? What you got? What?
Okay, so with what you just
You're
said,
killing people? What? You
So-
can't do that. And I'm just like, and now the kids are in
Sustainability,
the
not
metaverse.
survivability.
So what
Do-
you just said. So now ask the question again. You're saying that
Is it
if-
sustainable to live in this
live a
lifestyle, or
90s
to,
lifestyle.
and to, I guess, to elaborate on that, to try to get our kids to live with a flip phone type of a lifestyle? Is that something
mean,
that only we could do? And
I
that
feel like we
they
could do
will-
that,
yes.
but that does fall into the category of, like I say, there's people that choose to follow the Amish way of life, and they don't do phones, they don't do TV, they don't do any of that.
Yeah.
There's people that don't celebrate holidays and shit like that. There's obviously people that can live like that want
And I'm
to.
talking about us.
What I'm thinking is, like you're saying, what are the kids going to be into? What are they going to get exposed to? Like I protected my daughter from YouTube toy unboxing bullshit and blogging and vlogging and all this shit. And she went over to her cousin's house and discovered fucking Roblox. And now she's into Roblox. And I was like, really not into the online games, but there's actually some value to it because there's some educational purposes. So I'm trying to adapt and be like, okay, can I control the experiences that she gets on there? Can she learn from it? What is she getting from it? Because the world is going to grow past us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We already kind of came late to the social media age because we remember what it was without all that. So we're now adjusting to that and incorporating that. I think this sustainability comes from, no, I don't think it's 100% sustainable for us to cut ourselves off completely from that, because then we get left behind. We become the
but if it's
grandparents that are calling to be like, how do I get on my AOL? How do I,
so are you saying like, just, is it sustainable, like, to where like you drop it yourself, or someone else pulls
to keep
the plug
it out of your household? Is it sustainable to keep smartphones?
So are you saying
and
saying to where you make the choice,
Yeah.
or are you saying
Yes.
to where the choice makes it for you?
Could anybody in this room, like, what I'm
Swear
saying,
it off
does it
forever.
make,
Could I survive without the internet if I was not the one making the choice?
as the world is progressing?
no,
you would have the choice.
you would be making the choice to
make
cut
the
it
choice.
out. To live a 90s
could I just
lifestyle.
not? Yeah, I mean, I probably maybe be able to.
And could you have like a household where there was like no?
That would be a challenge
That's what I'm
because
saying.
I
It's
can't
impossible.
control nobody.
It's
Yeah.
unless I were to keep my kids under my roof 100% of the time. As soon as they go out in the world, you know what I'm saying?
I would say no because I can't control people.
Yeah.
There are
Because then
tribes
it's like-
in undiscovered parts of the world that now know who Beyonce is. Like, shit happens,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you
Like,
kind of want to be where your kids are too. Like, it's like, oh, if you on there, I'm trying to see what you seeing. What are you seeing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, can you truly be off of Instagram if your kid's on Instagram, or can you truly be off of some of these things if you're like, you kind of need your device to track what they're doing or
Yeah.
to find out? Because it is different, right? It is different. We used to have to get our hands, speaking of that, that living like the 90s, you get your hands on, a porn magazine, baby.
oh,
You
shit.
get your hand on some pages.
You got the porn, like, under the bed, or, like,
Thumb
someone
through
got a
it.
stash out in
You
the
had
woods.
to hide it.
Yeah.
There was no clearing the browser
No.
history. We called that lighting the magazine on fire.
Yeah.
That's what we called that.
Yeah.
And now it's like Pornhub.com, bam, poosh, anything category. It's like it's HBO Max for porn. You're
Bro,
like, holy
it's-
shit, this is crazy.
It's easier than that, bro, because you still got to type in Pornhub.com. All anyone really has to do is click the little blue bird. Bro, you click Twitter, and it's porn.
There's porn on on Twitter.
This
for sure.
it's
There's
everywhere,
porn on Twitter, dude.
bro. You click the blue bird and it's just there. So
Yeah.
you got to be real careful about how you use this shit. And what you
Damn,
let.
that's so true.
You know what I'm saying?
Twitter's the Wild West, man.
Twitter is the wild
until they
west.
sell your history.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, listen, for $19.99 a month, we're gonna keep
not
the lid on this.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
they're
if you,
fucking
if you don't want to
blackmailing you.
emailing your wife,
Shit.
you know.
And then you say, all right, $19.99 a month, that's not that bad. How long? They're just like, in perpetuity.
We're
You're
about
just
to
like,
send
oh
you, bro.
no.
We're about to send your wife
I owe
your
you
cookies.
I owe you $20 a month
Send her
for the
those
rest of
cookies,
my
bro.
life.
Send her those
And then as soon
cookies.
as you sign up, then all of a sudden, like 5 years later, they're gonna
Bro,
be like,
that's
it's
exactly how a
39.
corporation would bully you and blackmail you. They
Yeah.
would put a fucking monthly charge on you for like, they'd be like
to
no.
keep your history on
Hey,
wrap.
$20 a month. That's a deal, bro.
Yeah,
That's a
and-
deal.
but then the
Think
problem
about
is-
this: if you don't pay me $20 a month, you got to pay her half, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then the next
do
year it's
that.
39, and then it's gonna come up like
Yeah.
that storage rental you like where you rent your where you like store all your fucking shit when you move.
Yeah.
That shit comes up quick. Before you know it, you're paying a lot of money.
That's a hustle, bro.
So okay, listen, I love the real nostalgic feel of like not having this, okay?
Yeah.
Because there was a much more of a wonder. There was a wonder, okay, about
and you had
the
to
world.
interact with people in the world. If you wanted to know the answer to something, you got to ask someone that might have the information.
You would
know
go
what I'm saying?
knock
You gotta,
like before texting
people.
became a religion, it
Yeah.
was like it wasn't super shamed to go knock on someone's door and just see what they're doing today. And I know I know that that's a lot more common when you're younger and you're a
Yeah.
kid, but still, even when I was 19, 20, you know, you could just go tap on a window or something. I tap on a homie's window.
I totally,
what are you doing?
I 100% could go back. Like I'm not even
I
joking.
could,
I 100%.
but that's because we've lived on both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
I don't know
Our
if
generation
I could.
has
I
lived in
don't
bo-
know that
I
that's true,
could.
because I don't know if I could. I'm trying
I mean,
to
because
understand.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm just thinking of it. Like the people I care about most, I know exactly where they are at most of every day. I know exactly where my mom is. I know how to. I don't even call her before I go over to her house ever. I know where Zach is. I know where my wife is. I know where Mike is. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
could easily. I'm like, Mike works from home.
Yeah.
And you still have
Zach
a phone.
show
up.
So you can still call people.
But
and say,
I mean,
"Mike, what up?"
let's just say that you took that because back in the day, before there was text and before there was all that,
But you could
even
call.
though
You
you
got a
could call,
landline.
you didn't.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
you-
sometimes
You
call
would just
and
kind of roll up and just turn your music up sometimes.
Or I would, or it would be like
Look
if-
out the window. Yeah, well, it's like because you'd be bumping and you just like finish your half a blunt in front of someone's house and you might not even go knock on their door.
No, you just see what's happening.
You know what I
would
mean?
call-
And they would look out the window and then they'd come out and just before you even know it, you'd look over and they'd open your door. What's up?
a lot of times you would call.
Like that would happen.
Like I'm gonna call Cody,
Like-
and then Cody doesn't answer, and I'm like, I know Cody's home.
Exactly.
And then
I'm
I
just gonna
come
go over there.
Yeah, but
You know what
I
mean?
might not like you just see it's like all right, maybe he is doing something where he doesn't want company, but like I'm gonna pull up.
I told you
Yeah.
guys the pet mouse story, the white pet mouse
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So-
No,
so
I've got plenty of shit like that,
there's
bro.
definitely
People just showing
like,
up.
you know, you got to give somebody a heads up.
Yep. No,
But
for
at the
sure.
same time, it was just much more acceptable to just also like be in the moment.
Yeah.
Well, so also if you really think about it, back in the day, before texting, before social media, hone in on this. Okay, ready?
Can I get
Pour a
some
shot. Pour a shot for this.
Yes,
Get
please.
yourself some pickle. Ready?
Yes, please.
Now take yourself there. Back in the day, you just got your license. We didn't have like full on like, hey, ba 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 ba. I mean, you guys might have.
The T9.
Were you guys texting right when you got your license?
Okay, number one.
It's probably right
No,
around
okay, no. Social media, texting is fine.
Oh, texting is fine.
Social
'Cause I
media
had
is what I'm
the
talking
sidekick,
about.
so I had like the first
you
inklings of social
and you'd
media.
be- okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so here's the thing: there was areas in town where you knew people would be,
Yeah.
and you knew what time they'd be there. Those areas changed based on the time.
And you would just go.
There, in my day, it was called the Frisbee Field. It was called the Lookout Point. Okay, it was called the Launch Pad. There's all these places. Launch Pad was up by Ferris. Frisbee Field was Manitou, right there. Okay, Lookout Point was High Drive.
Yeah.
Okay, and you would just kind of like everyone would kind of congregate like on a Thursday night, Friday night, 7:30,
You know
8:30,
you're gonna find some people there.
you'd go there and maybe catch a party. You know what I mean? So it'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, we're on our way to this. And then you'd get options. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how that shit used to be.
Yep.
But before text, we weren't like, hey, we're over at the launch pad. Before like back in the day, we just knew, oh, okay, everyone's going to be over here tonight.
Especially if it was like school or something, like y'all would like meet up, or messages would just get passed
Yeah.
to people.
Oh,
at, like,
perfect example is a football game.
Yeah.
Friday night football game. Whether you watch football or not, you would at least hang out in the parking lot.
Yeah, you're going to a football
because the
game.
parties happen beyond that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like there'd be chicks there that weren't even into football, but they were trying to get into a party after
Yep.
this. And
Yeah.
it's like 8:30 or 9. It was just like perfect
you
timing.
just knew it was something was gonna be
Because
popping.
it was every Friday night.
I think I still got enough instincts to where I could probably make it work without technology. When I think about it, really think about it, like having a landline I could probably do, not having the internet or even like basic dial up like we grew up with where you at least had to wait for shit to load. You know, I could probably, but I could live without it. The one thing that I think about though is there's so much shit now, it would be hard to go back because when you go to stores, a lot of times the store don't have what you want. And I order so much of shit online that it would be so hard for me. Like if I gave it all up, the first time I go to Walmart or Fred Meyer or the general store or wherever I'm going, the first time they don't have the shit I want, I'm gonna be real hard pressed not to be like,
So
where's
what-
the Amazon?
You got to go
So
to a
what you're
different
saying
place.
is you wouldn't have the hat, you wouldn't have the shirt, and you wouldn't have the chain.
No, I actually bought all these in person.
So what you're saying almost isn't true.
It is though. It
There's a
is
couple
true.
things like if you're looking for.
I
like
buy a lot online too, so I'm guilty.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'd still kind of I
would take-
have everything I have right now.
So good points. So
know
good
what I
points,
mean?
Brendan. What do you feel about this? How would you do?
Oh my god!
Is it possible?
It's not possible for me. I mean, I fucking produce podcasts for a living.
Yeah.
Like it's
Besides that, though.
no, but it's one of those things. Like I strongly believe in the next generation mentality. Like when radio was introduced, people didn't like radio. When TV was
Video
introduced,
killed the radio star, bro.
like all these things, like the older generation always hated on the technology or what was going on, and I'm likely to embrace it all,
Yeah.
and I really see the need in a lot of it. Could I do it? Probably, but I don't.
You wouldn't want to.
I don't romanticize on a time. Oh, I guess I have a '90s podcast.
I'm nostalgic.
I'm
but-
nostalgic, but
yeah.
I'm not romanticizing a time that I need to like.
The question
back to-
was,
go back to, yeah.
could it be sustainable?
Could you do it?
If you absolutely had to, could you have conversations that weren't casted out online?
You could get a typewriter and be a podcast stenographer and just
No,
like
no,
type
you
out,
could
type
no,
out
you could
podcasts.
you could also just have conversations like almost like publicly. Like you could there's a new style of podcast that we're just not thinking of.
just like
Right,
the
yeah.
freestyle on the corner podcast.
and somehow you're being loud to where everybody can hear
Get
you.
this
And
man a
there's
soapbox.
There's a sign up that says "Listen to us," like fucking peer in on our conversation.
And
or
when,
something.
when I say is it possible, I know that it's physically possible,
Sure.
right? But the question is it possible?
Sustainable.
Is it sustainable?
With where, as far as we've gotten in the technology, is it possible at this time and sustainable to ditch it and then still live? Will
Scale?
there be no FOMO of not knowing? Personally, that's what I'm asking.
How long will it take for the phantom vibration to go away in my leg when I feel like my phone vibrated on my leg and I reach
doesn't
for that
take-
pocket and there's nothing there?
It doesn't take as long as you think.
That happens to
Because
everybody.
one time I went on a vacation and it was for over 2 weeks and I broke my phone and that phantom vibration went away in about 4 or 5 days.
Oh, no
Really?
shit.
Okay.
I swear to God, because I know what you're saying. Yeah. And the first 4 or 5 days, I was just like, God damn it. Because what that guy was saying, I was just like, oh. And I'd find my phone and I'd pull out a broken phone.
Yep.
And I'd click the thing that opens the phone and it shows the shattered screen and you can't clear that
Yep.
screen. And then about 4 days after that, you don't even fucking look for it.
Yeah.
Because you're just so if somehow you could get past that, like, because that was like a forced
Yeah, you had no choice.
That was a forced intervention.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. I remember that. I was like a
And
2000.
it's kind of good though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after getting through the frustration, you do overcome it and you start to feel like, okay, like I'm starting to tap into this new style of,
Yep.
because here's the thing is when you break your phone, everyone around you's phone is working fucking
And
great.
the reason I say sustainable also is
Like-
because I know that people can go on breaks. Oh, I can take a social media break. I can get off for a month. I can get off for 6 months. I can get off for a year, right?
Yeah.
But is it sustainable for you to not have that little itch to just want to get on Instagram and see what all the homies are doing and posting and who's got
Well,
going?
if it's not there, then yeah, I mean, you got to.
It's
But I
tough.
mean, like, if you're saying if it's there, I mean, the answer is very clear, okay? The answer is clear, and it's probably no, okay? But because if it's you choosing that and you got to stay off forever and everybody else is just fucking riding the wave,
I mean, because really,
yeah, you're going to get on.
because think about it, dude. You can just live a lifestyle where you know your friends are on Instagram,
Yeah.
but you're just not on Instagram.
Do you guys
You
know
just hit your
anybody?
friends up.
So
Do you
I
guys-
broke my phone one time, just real quick. I broke my phone one time, like you were saying, and I eased back into it. The next phone that I got, I had my old phone in a drawer that didn't have service on it, and rather than go and get another phone bill and all this other shit, I got a free Google number and literally was pulling over in drive-thrus at McDonald's where they had Wi-Fi, where I could
remember
just
this.
connect to Wi-Fi and make calls from there. So it was like I had a payphone in my pocket essentially that I didn't have to pay for.
Not sustainable.
Because I would just pull over,
But you
where
had
they
Wi-Fi, too.
I would pull over
So you
wherever
get
there
a
was
You're
Wi-Fi.
gonna get a real phone service eventually.
But
He's like,
that's
I
the
can't
thing
do
is
this
when
shit.
you're in the parking lot at McDonald's taking extra time to fucking check your Instagram and all this bullshit.
And your homies are just on the fly. You're just like, okay, fuck it, man. I feel like a scrub. I gotta get my shit
but
together.
at the same
I
time,
did that for a good 6 months and saved a shit ton of money. And after that,
But
I was
if
like,
you
I gotta get back on the horse, bro. I gotta
but
get back
if
on.
you could like just let it go, if you could let it go, then it would be pretty glorious.
So I
You know
like
what I mean?
okay, so I'd like to think that I could let it go, and there's a lot of things in life that I'd like to think that I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think. So there's a difference between I'd like to think and I don't think.
I don't
okay, because
think.
I don't think that I could do it because I love being in connection with my friends, even if it's people that I like worked with at Cinder, and through Instagram, I still get to kind of keep up with them and kind of see what they're doing.
Yeah, I know.
and-
You're saying social media was engineered, and it's very, very powerful.
I like, because honestly, how many people in your life have you been friends with and you're like, man, that guy was cool as shit, or that girl was cool as shit, or somebody you just like hung out with, it was super cool, and then you just never saw him again. You never talked to him again. And
love
Instagram and those types of things makes it so where it's like somebody moves to Arizona, something like that, they can keep up on you like, oh, you
but
just
it's
had a
secret
kid.
though.
Oh,
but
you
it's
just
secret because like it's not like 100% that you're actually saying, hey, you know what I mean? It's like this weird kind of like spying. And so like, do we all love spying? Yes, of course.
But it's not spying because you're only putting up what you want people to see. So you're like,
no, I'm talking about you looking at somebody who is no longer in your life and you're seeing.
oh, yeah.
And it's this weird thing where
It
you're
is
just
weird.
like kind of like
If you're not
and I catch myself.
if
where
you're
I'm just
not
like, this
communicating,
person-
if you're not communicating, if you're
which you do. I mean, let's be honest. We all look at what somebody's doing and we don't
a
communicate.
lot of
Yep.
times though,
100%.
I'll be honest,
100%.
I mean, a lot.
Hey,
Most
I've
of
kind
mine.
of taken a philosophy of this type of thinking and brought it to my Instagram, where it's like I only follow accounts that I like
Would communicate
that I
with.
100% care about, right? Because I don't even care if anybody takes it personal. Like if it doesn't make sense, then you know what I mean. So if I see somebody post something, it's like I want a fire emoji at least, or you know what I mean, if it's something I fuck with, you know what I mean, because I do want, when I'm on social media, my engagements to be genuine. I don't want it to be this weird spy-y thing, because I
Yeah.
think about these same things.
Yeah.
The spy
Everybody's
kind of shit,
accidentally
creeping in
like-
on people.
creeping,
and-
little
Yeah,
peeping Tom
if you're
action.
never hitting them up, it's like you
Yeah.
Yeah.
never hit them up to hang out. You aren't really friends, right? Because
Yeah.
you never DM them. You never
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
how are you doing? You're just looking at all their stories.
Everybody's accidentally liked a photo, and
Oh.
that's the feeling we're talking about.
Well, and that's
Hey,
bro,
but I was gonna
that's
say
the
one more
toxic
thing.
element of social media, though,
I know.
is using it for
You know
those
what
purposes.
I do? I'll tell you my plan. If I accidentally like a photo, I accidentally like 5 more.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's one thing I wanted to ask you guys. Do you guys know anybody in your friends group who is successful and cool and has a great personality and would kill on social media, but is a ghost?
You.
You.
Oh. No. I'm saying I know people.
It's you, bro.
No,
It's you.
I post. What are y'all talking about? I post.
But he doesn't
okay.
post.
You don't
No,
post.
okay. No, I'm talking about a ghost.
Okay, a ghost.
I'm talking about, I know people who like is.
No, I do.
I know a homie
Whole
who
ass personalities.
Oh my god!
I know. I know what you're saying.
One of my friends that I grew up with is he's invented some shit. He's traveled the fucking world. If he's posted 10% of his photos, he would have
Have a podcast.
Oh
Doesn't
my
even post.
God. He just does not even think social media.
Should
and the
have a
thing is that's
podcast,
kind of
doesn't
his
even post.
hack.
Well,
That's
because-
kind of why he sustains this life of being super successful.
Yeah.
Is because he doesn't. At least I think it is.
No, it's this whole thing where we were going to have a shot together. And you said, oh, hey, you want to get this on social media? Because when you're just living and enjoying it and doing it, it's out of place to be like, oh, I need to grab my phone. And then all of a sudden it's like forced and weird.
So I get sucked into social media sometimes, and I'll fall down like a Reels hole or a TikTok hole or whatever. There's a sound that people put to their content that's literally like, I'm a small business owner, but because I'm a small business owner, I have to create content. So here is the content. Have all the content. Like, that's the sound a lot of people are using, because people that have small businesses or that do cool shit don't think about the social element of it, and that's how everything is like catered these days. So it's like saying, yo, if you have anything that you're proud of, you need to be pushing it as content all the time. You have to create the fucking content or people won't interact with you and shop with you.
Yeah.
Do you
You know what
think
I'm saying?
do you think that's 100% legit?
I think that's mostly legit. I think there are outliers. I think there are people that get ahead without having to do that because they have a reputable brand that already has some clout or whatever, or they're just.
Well, here's another
lightning.
way to survive without all that is business to business.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah.
Because they're not looking at content
No, they
to
don't care.
send you work.
The type of business for real is
It makes a big difference.
Makes a big difference.
Now, here's the thing that makes that clouds out what you were saying is when it's like, hey, because I've heard that, and honestly, shots fucking fired.
Yeah.
When I see something like that, and you're trying to promote anything, you're just like, I don't post enough content. What the fuck?
I mean, you can't have a podcast and not have social media.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is but what you don't realize is, like, when you see something like that, you think to yourself, yeah, I need to post content. But what comes with that is the addiction.
Yeah.
The pull up the app and see the red dot and see the little fucking
Let me
dot.
ask you, is it possible to have a relationship with social media where you're like, I just post. I just use it as a tool. I put my stuff on there. I don't scroll. I
Not
don't
if
look
you're
at anything.
making money.
You have to respond. If
If you're making money, then you have to fucking engage with every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so the fact that social media brings business in the door is genius. But at the same time, it's a double-ended sword, because little do you know as you're becoming addicted, because to have a business page, you got to have a personal page, and you're toggling back and forth, and it becomes this thing where you're online all god fucking day, and you're trying to just be a fucking entrepreneur.
So is there a balance? Is there a way to have
course.
a healthy balance?
The
Yes,
only way
of
to have a
course.
healthy balance is to have someone that you pay, have someone on payroll that takes care of that.
There's
That-
another
that's their
healthy
job.
balance. The other healthy balance is you set a timer,
Yeah.
and you always handle business shit first.
Yep.
So you set yourself
Smart.
a 30-minute
That's where the
timer.
sustainability is
You
for
set
me.
a 30-minute timer a day, and you always handle business shit first. So you handle all your business shit, and then when your timer runs out, it's when you're scrolling
Yep.
on your personal page.
I
And
feel
then,
like
and then you get it done, because if the timer runs out when you're doing business shit, like if Instagram just shuts down and the prompt pops up and
Yeah.
says, this is no longer supplying any kind of value to, this is what my thing, I have a prompt. I have a thing that shuts down social media when I want it to.
yeah.
And it's after a certain amount of time, depending on the app.
The limiter is nice.
And so what it says is, this is no longer providing any value to your life, and you need to focus on other things that provide value.
Yeah.
And I put that in there so that I can be like, okay, this is done. But if that shuts down when you're actually adding value, it fucks your whole head up.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm adding value.
Yeah.
And then you try to go back.
But the
and
limiter is
fucking
still important.
delete shit.
That's where the sustainability is, honestly, bro. In
Yeah, so you handle
in
business
the
shit
modern
first.
world where we're talking about trying to balance, like, okay, how do we maintain our core values or have respect for the older ways and things like that, and remember how things were and how we grew up? Because there's a lot of value to that I feel like is missing a lot. It might maybe sound like an old head or whatever, but it's like I feel like there's value to the way that you had to anticipate things and like wait for things, and things are so on demand now and right at your fingertips and instant. The whole world is right there in the palm of your fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you don't know. There's things you haven't Googled yet. You know
Remember
what I'm
when there
saying?
was like a show would come on like TNT, like a movie or something, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, they're playing."
Yeah.
You know, they're playing this movie on TNT tonight.
We used to get
Like, we're gonna
excited
watch
because
it.
TNT would do a fucking Christmas story marathon for 24 hours a day on Christmas. So if you didn't catch it, you could catch it. You could catch it. You could catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no way to just go, oh, Netflix Christmas story or whatever platform it's on, you know?
TGIF.
You got, yeah,
that was
yeah, we
huge.
talk
You
about
guys
that a
remember
lot.
Fridays were the
We talk about
fucking
that a lot.
jam, bro.
Appointment TV. A lot of people aren't used
Appointment.
to the appointment TV, and they have it. Like my daughter apologizes to me flat out and is like, "I'm so sorry you had to grow up that way." We're watching Miss Marvel together right now, the new Marvel show, because it's more for kids, and she's super interested in it. And every episode is ended on a cliffhanger, and when it ends on a cliffhanger, she looks at me and she goes, "I can't believe they did this to you in the '90s." I fucking lost it, bro.
But I mean,
she
really-
literally said so stone faced, like she was so pissed
That is
about it. She's like, "We
hilarious.
really have to wait a fucking week? We have to wait a week?"
But
Yeah.
really,
She's like, "We can watch it right now, Dad. Right? We can just play the next
No.
episode right now." Can we-
7 days, baby girl.
On- But
7
really,
days.
really,
No, but
she's saying
now-
that.
She puts her arm on my shoulder and says, "I'm so sorry they did
Okay,
this
but
to
you
you."
don't have to do that. But you, Disney Plus, you got them all, right?
No, well, Miss Marvel, the way they're doing it, and like Moon Knight and all the other shows they've done, it's one a week. You have to wait a week, bro.
So like HBO.
Yeah. It's
But really, the
okay.
reason why she knows the
Okay.
contrast between having that and not having it is because she has it.
yeah.
And so, like
She's
I
an
mean,
empath.
I don't
I
even
can
know
already
how
tell.
to explain it. Like the anticipation for
She
waiting
knows.
a show, you guys are acting like that 100% sucked.
No, it was.
No,
I mean,
it was great because
dude.
everybody was talking about the episode. Like,
so it was great.
yeah.
yeah, it
So
was
I mean,
great.
what
No,
like
it
you need to
sucks.
explain to your kid that although I see what you're saying that sucked because it did suck a little bit, but it was kind of
But
good
I'm
though
telling
too.
her the anticipation and waiting and being patient and like looking forward to something is a good lesson. It's a good like thing to develop.
You're like, Dad, so you're saying that not getting something right now when you want it right now is a good thing?
It is.
It's kind of good
It
because like
is.
it allows you to like really love it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, everything at our fingertips right now is kind of ruining
Too
everything.
much of
That's what I'm saying.
anything
Being
can
able to
ruin it.
binge all of it at once, or going through the album and just picking the couple singles, or not even listening to the whole album because you're like, oh, I'll come back to it later. Like so much content is given to us, you can't possibly absorb it all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, legal weed will never, ever ruin weed.
And
for
That's
me.
true.
Can I see your cup?
That's true.
And on top of that,
There are
other one.
exceptions to the rule.
On top of that, like if for some reason I had to go back and I had to wait for shows and I had to like,
But you
there's
do
a-
kinda, right?
There's
Like,
a
they're
new
doing it.
because it's
Yeah.
still doing it, and I had
They don't want you
go
to get
a
the trial and watch
blockbuster.
it all in 7
watching,
days.
if you were watching Game of Thrones,
And I had to
real time.
and I had to go to Blockbuster, and I had to sit in the parking lot maybe while she went in and got a kids movie because I'm not into it that night. and
I
whatever.
watched
I'd
Game of
probably
Thrones when it came out.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. You just took me back. So when you go to Blockbuster, this is the difference too. You can go into a library of movies on HBO or something, and you can just be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Bro.
You're like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. And instead of just selecting it, you're like, I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to keep scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep scrolling. And before
You
you know
spent
it,
so much time scrolling. You spent 45 minutes picking something.
And you-
like he was talking about with the CD playing right when you get in the car. When I'm picking an album on Spotify or a playlist, I'm still taking at least 5-10 minutes before I'm leaving to pick up fucking playlist.
I guarantee there's more time scrolling on Spotify, Amazon,
Netflix, all that
everything,
shit.
There's more scrolling
Yeah.
than there is actually using.
Yeah.
and then if you're when we were in a Blockbuster, it was like, all right,
New
Mike,
release night, you know what's
get-
out.
New release.
Mike, you get 2 rentals
Yeah.
tonight.
And
get
remember,
two
the
rentals.
new release was expensive.
It was
but
more
the
expensive,
older
and you only
ones
got it
were
for 2 days, and then you get it for 5 nights instead. Because
the other one was 99 cents.
Not-
It's
they
like,
had that
I'm going to go
99
ahead.
cent rental?
Yeah, let me go ahead and grab Heavyweights, the Fat
Yeah.
Camp.
And
movie.
I love
what I want to
heavyweights.
tap into though, what I want to tap into
Bro.
is the commitment that
Go-
you had to make.
Going in, checking out the back of the movie, seeing who's in it, seeing a little screenshot in the synopsis, wanting that new movie, and they don't have it, and you got to ask the guy at the front counter if they got any in the return bucket, if someone returned it maybe because they're out. You know what I'm saying? They might not have a movie. That's
There's more-
unheard of.
there's
You
more-
don't click on anything on Netflix and have it say
So
we don't
what would
have
happen
it.
is you would go into the
You
movie
commit.
store. Is you would see they would have the box of the DVD
Yeah.
right there, and then if there were no plastic ones behind it, then it was out. Or they had like that,
Yeah.
just that little sleeve of whatever the movie was,
Yep.
and if there were no plastic ones, and you're like, well, y'all
hey,
out?
man, hey, did
Y'all out
anybody
of that?
did anybody bring back Space Jam? Did
So
anybody
think
bring
about
back
that. That's another whole level to this shit. You don't run out
Yeah.
on HBO Max.
No.
Like a million
you can
people
stream this
all-
3 times and then no more. What?
Where it's like, yeah, dude, it's like if you went to go to HBO Max and some of them were grayed out, and it was like, oh yeah, those are rented.
Yeah, too many people watching it right now.
Check back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we might be able to get you this, you know, you would go in there and be like, dude, you got that new Blair Witch?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Nah. I did that. I did that.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm not really chasing. I mean, like, are you guys chasing the new releases?
No, I mean, I guess I somewhat
no, I got
honestly,
classics.
You know what I mean? Like,
Back
I
in the
was
days of
usually
going to
okay.
video stores, I'm like, I want some comfort food, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Shit I've seen before.
Yeah.
So
And
right
I'm not
now-
really chasing the new releases, and so like if that like I remember seeing that on the shelf,
Yeah.
and nobody could rent it, but that wasn't really the movie I was after that day.
No, so
You know
I
what
was
mean?
in there just looking for a movie, and I wasn't obsessed with the new release. I was just in looking for a movie because I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of the
I didn't
movies.
expect to get the new release.
You were
honestly.
literally you were surrounded by like you're like I've seen maybe 5% of these, so you're just like everything is new. Where
Yeah, I
one of
wasn't a
one of
new
the most
release kid.
magical summers of my life, I stayed with my grandma, and she bought me the Blockbuster Summer Pass, which you could go and rent one movie every day
New
for
releases.
just the pass price. Any movie that they had,
So,
you could go.
yes.
But I did not go for the new releases, like you said. I was in the like the deep sections, the middle aisles, not the shit that went around the store that was all the
that's good.
new releases with the big posters and the cardboard stand-ups and shit. I was digging through these middle aisles, like looking at backs of things and fucking trying to figure it all out. You know, and I watched so much new shit that summer. It was fucking magical.
I love it, bro. I love watching me some movies.
Yeah, I still like to this day getting on and like finding a good like movie network app and like that one that lets you like dig deep back.
Yeah, yes.
Not all of them do.
No.
Have you guys seen it?
Netflix is good at it.
Have you guys seen anything lately?
Old stuff or new
I
stuff?
watched an old one last night.
What'd you watch?
What?
Hollow Man
Hollow with
I
Kevin
remember that.
Bacon.
with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
I never saw it.
so good.
It's like science type shit where they do is like 2000 is when it was made, and it's like 2000 like whatever the fuck
Yeah.
effects and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
So where
yeah.
it's like the dude is basically like a man and they're turning him invisible, so he's like going away and you just see his flesh, all this crazy shit, and he
Disappeared
turns
shit.
invisible and.
We've been
So they're
going-
kind of flexing on that like CGI, whatever they had back then, and,
Yeah.
and Kevin Bacon plays the psycho. You know, basically he becomes invisible because he's like willing to do it, and then he kind of just like what you would think
like-
somebody would do would start power tripping.
Bro,
with
if
their-
I was
with their
invisible for life,
invisibility.
I can't guarantee I wouldn't turn into a complete fucking degenerate murderer, bro. Like, I feel like I got a good head on my shoulders, but as soon as I'm invisible,
Well, me and Tiffany
first
were,
is the cash, and then who
so
knows?
me and Tiffany, okay, we talked about this. First thing, we were kind of appalled by how much rapey shit was going on.
Oh,
in it.
yeah, that's a lot.
Because that was like the immediate shit. Is it was just like, well, you're gonna be like trying to be grabbing up some skirts and like unbuttoning some blouses and like
What?
spying
That
on
was
people.
suggested, or that's what he was doing?
That's like what he was like going for was like the first thing as soon as he started becoming invisible, he started like creeping around. His girl's passed out. He's like
Bro.
undoing her blouse, pulling her titty out. He was like sucking on her titty.
I mean-
like while she was passed out.
I'm not. I mean,
Okay,
I'm
listen.
I'm with
I mean-
Mike. I'm with Mike.
the
like,
wind,
don't
the
make me
wind.
invisible.
You don't.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm a predator. I'm just saying that like I don't want to be not accountable for nothing.
If I'm invisible for the rest of my life, bro, is 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna be sucking some titties.
Yeah,
maybe.
no, I mean, you'd be taking the long road. You'd be taking the scenic route.
Like, no, I can't do that.
But
I
we
can't-
thought about it.
well,
We were like, so okay, would it really be that cool to be invisible? Because you know, if you wanted to like steal something, like what you're stealing still wouldn't be invisible.
Yeah.
So you would just be like it would be like floating shit.
And so are you naked 100% of the time? Is that what it is? You have to be naked to be invisible? Because like hats and clothes float.
aren't invisible.
Yeah. You can't make those invisible. So you're just
So is
a
there a
naked
timer on the
man.
invisibility? Like, do I ever
In this
pop out?
Can I turn it
situation-
on and off?
No, in this situation, they had to like shoot him up with some shit that like brought him back. So
Wow.
like he
He was invisible
and they
indefinitely.
were
how
hoping that he could come back because they thought they might have just made him invisible
And
forever.
it's been a while since I've seen it. So how is it? Can we see Kevin Bacon, or is it like an outline? Is it nothing's there? What's the
so
effect?
it's
There's that
nothing,
little
and
shadowed-
then they tried to bring it back, I think, or they're trying to like figure out how to get him regenerated, and they got like 95%. And, wasn't
He's, like,
enough.
blipping in.
So they decided to like put a mold over his face, and then like cut the eye holes out. Where she was like cutting the eye holes, I'm like, you can't even see where his eyes at. You can just blasted him in the face.
Yeah, right?
Now.
Like,
you know, how do you even
goddamn.
know where to? But she cut some eye holes and a little mouth slit, and then he's out there with sunglasses on and his little fucking fake plaster skin and shit. And then pulls it off and then goes and rapes some lady or does
God
some suggestive
damn.
sneaks in her house, knocks on her door.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, dude, it was brutal. But we were just thinking about like, because I was thinking the same thing. It's like, what kind of cool shit could you do when you were invisible? Is that the superpower? Like if you could have one or some type
I
of
don't know
thing?
if that's the superpower.
Like invisible, like it seems cool, but then it's just like, are you depressed?
Yeah,
You wanna be
exactly. Exactly. You want to hide
You
from
wanna be
everybody?
invisible?
Bro, no, you talking about watching. It's so weird to go back
Shit,
and
I wanna
watch old
fly,
movies.
son. You want to be invisible.
I know you were saying you were watching. You told me the other day you guys watched like Scary Movie. So we watched the other night. We watched The New Guy with DJ Qualls and Eddie Griffin, and we watched Sex Drive.
Oh my god, I love Sex
We're
Drive.
just kind of going back through these old ones, you know what I'm saying, that are just like that
Sex
were
Drive is
so
a gem.
classic back then. It is a gem. It is a gem, but it is definitely a product of its time. There's some hard F bombs right in the beginning of it.
Definitely hard.
There's a lot of these teen comedies that we grew up on and like based our like ideas of relationships on and like laughed at a bunch, or like you go back and watch them now and you're like, yo, that's rapey as fuck. You're like, yo, that's
what I'm
crazy.
saying.
Like peeping holes in the girls' locker room and like you know what I'm saying,
American
like all the
Pie. Remember that?
You know the panty raid
Yeah,
type
I wanted to
shit.
watch that. I
like-
wanted to bring American Pie back because I hadn't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
But it's like that.
It's hella like that.
And then it's like the biggest, like funniest thing was just like making fun of like your friend. Oh, you're gay.
Yeah.
You're doing gay things.
Yeah.
You're with guy. Like, you know what I mean? You were just like, it was just this complete, like, just calling somebody gay was just the biggest.
That was the like
meanest
late
thing
'90s,
you could
early
say.
2000s. That was like, yeah, insinuating that someone's masculinity might be come into question, or that they're gay or whatever, was like
Because you're just
big
threatening
fucking
that,
joke.
that thing.
Yeah, or like any type of like prop joke they would set up where situationally someone was made to look as though they were effeminate or anything like that. Is like, oh, big fucking laugh. We made him look like a homo, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
You know what I liked?
Inferior.
You know what I liked? I liked
Yeah.
Not Another Teen Movie. You
oh, I
guys
love
seen that one?
That early Captain America, bro.
Early Captain America.
That's when parody
Jake
movies
Wilder.
were fire. That's when parody movies were fire, bro.
Dude, so
Not
there's
Another Teen
one.
Movie, Scary Movie.
What's the one with fucking Hugh Jackman where he's got balls on his
Are
chin?
you talking about movie 49?
That was the weirdest shit ever.
Very
the
weird.
weirdest shit
Very
ever.
weird, bro.
Oh, dude, that shit was crazy. Because we watched Scary Movie 1. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Right? Holds up. It's hilarious. There are obviously some questionable things,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Did you watch 2?
I watched 2 because we were like, oh, we love 2, strong hand, the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
hilarious, right? Had to shut off 2, dude. I was just
Gave
like,
up
dude,
on 2.
I was just like, 2 is like, it's just not. Maybe it's because
know.
it didn't start as strong. It
Yeah.
starts with The Exorcist and the fucking.
When I think
all
about it,
and
like,
it just didn't.
I loved 2 back in the day, and I also was like a big supporter of 3 just because
I hated 3.
I liked
signs and all that
Well,
shit.
and it had Simon Rex,
And it had
and it had
put
Leslie
Miracle Whip
had
on my
Leslie
one.
Nielsen.
I hated it.
And the fucking, I thought, bro, like it had Method Man in it, which I thought was the coolest thing at the time because he had like a little cameo. And then I just remember like the aliens peeing from their fingers.
Yeah.
The aliens would piss from their fingers, and I thought that shit was funny.
Because
We opened up for Simon for Dirt Nasty.
Yeah, Dirt Nasty. I got a picture with Dirt Nasty, bro.
So that was
Shout
the
out Simon Rex.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
He was fucking
Yeah.
like, he was so high on something,
have y'all
bro.
seen his new movie?
Bottle Rocket?
Bottle Rocket?
I
Or
haven't seen it.
Red Rocket?
Red
or whatever
Rocket,
it is?
that's what it is.
It's the one where he's like a porn star or something.
I haven't seen that yet, but I want to see it. It got good ratings.
Yeah, it looks like a.
It's on Netflix?
I don't know if
you
it's on
gotta rent
Netflix.
it.
You gotta
Yeah,
rent it.
Okay.
But it's like a drama where he's like really going through
Oh,
it.
he's not
No,
joking.
he's like serious, and
Oh,
it
nice.
actually looked like people were like, "Yo, like give this man awards."
Yeah, when he came to Spokane, he was so fucking depressed. He was looking at everybody like, "What the fuck am I?"
I mean, he's performing in Spokane.
I know
mean,
that's
no-
what I'm saying. That's
no,
what I'm
it's
saying.
it's no shade, but like
I'm here
if
to
you're-
get the check and
it
bounce.
kind of sucks to say, but it's like if you're in Spokane doing a show, you're either still on your way up or you
you're
are
on
on
your
you
way
are
down.
up and now you're on your way
Yeah,
down.
no,
dude.
it's either you're
I bet I could sell out the Red Room. Like,
yeah, that's where he was.
Who's coming to the Red Room? You guys know who's coming to the Red Room, and this isn't going to be in time for the podcast, but I saw somebody super dope.
Who's coming to the Red Room?
Fucking somebody. I don't know.
Fucking
I wasn't
somebody.
ready. I just
Do you
saw-
know what I learned today?
Oh, the Wanderers posted it.
Okay.
So and it's gonna
It's this soon?
Fashawn
No shit.
will be at the Red Room this Saturday.
What? I didn't know anything about that.
I was like, yeah. So the Red Room's apparently
Who's bringing
still,
them?
I don't know. It's like a bunch of people. It's like Fashawn and then like a couple other artists too.
Bro, this might not be podcast business. I was thinking maybe we take a little break. I got a game, but
yeah,
it's a
let's do
game
it.
that you, Cody, and Brennan will play because I know the answers to it. So I'm gonna switch spots with him real quick.
Okay.
But a concert that's coming here on August 13th, Atmosphere and Iration are here. But Grouch and some DJ is opening for him, and Al Green is the tour manager. I sent him a message today and was like, "Yo, if you're in Spokane on 8/13 and you're not like slammed busy, we should link. We should fucking like just at least say what up. You know, we should fucking do something."
Did
Fucking
he
Al
respond?
Green.
So yeah, no, he hasn't yet. But I sent him the mix of the song. Song dropping on
The real Al Green?
July 25th. No, Owl Green. Owl like
Who's
the
that?
bird.
So Owl Green is a hip hop artist out of LA. And I don't know if he's from San Francisco and lives in LA now, or he's just, he's in LA.
Doesn't matter where he lives. He's a cool guy.
He's a cool ass guy. And yeah, we may have him on a song releasing.
We do.
on
I'll confirm it.
July 25th. And we'll maybe here we'll put like
The
art
album art, yeah, the cover art.
something, you
Song's
know.
called "Where You At."
somewhere.
If you listen to the podcast regularly, I played an early version of it for a little break we had a couple episodes ago. There's only a couple seconds of it, just a little bit of the hook.
So would he come on the podcast?
I don't know if he'd come on the podcast because he might really only be here for one day. It's a long tour.
Oh, we'll bring the podcast to you, Al Green.
I would love that.
We'll bring it to you.
All right. So shout out Al Green.
Fuck yeah.
Let's take a little break and play a game.
Let's do it.
So we've been speaking a lot about technology and like living in the 90s and like not fucking with as much technology, but like the world's gonna keep growing with technology and we gotta learn how to like cope with all that. Are we gonna live with it? Are we gonna rebel against it? How's that gonna work? So in the spirit of that, and I'm fucking lying. It just happened to work out, but I didn't plan any of that in advance. So, but this game is based on this thing that has gone viral on the internet on the last couple of weeks. It is an AI program called DALL-E, DALLE. And basically what it does, it scares motherfuckers like me that do graphic design and art and things like that because it's basically a computer program that can take prompts that are given to it and create images based on those prompts. So it will take any ideas that you might possibly give it, anything you could type into it, and it will create an image based on that. And it's very rudimentary and basic at this point, but within the next 10 years, because of how technology moves, it could be the kind of thing where instead of going on Fiverr to get some cheap cover art, you hit up an algorithm to say, hey, I want an algorithm with a cookout with everybody that's in the album on the art. And it just generates that based on the parameters that you give it. And so I've created a game. I've named it Hello Dolly because that's fucking funny. And we're basically going to have you three attempt to guess the images that I've put on screen. So the way that it does it is it generates 9 different images based on the prompt that you were given. And so you can look at any of those 9 images and study them to figure out what the fuck is going on in the picture. I've sent each of you a text message. Brendan, you may have my phone.
I don't have my phone.
Or you have a second. Or you have a second phone. Okay, I thought you needed my phone because you were recording off. I'm sending you a link right now. Each of you should have a text message.
A ding sound effect.
There you go. Click on that. I'm gonna send Brennan his right now.
Fuck.
What are you saying fuck to?
Because I don't got my phone.
Where's your phone?
Because here's the thing. What's going on is like, could you live without technology? I didn't even check for my fucking phone.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my phone then.
Or
Cody.
what about this? Can I just put my phone
Send
here?
it to my phone.
No.
He's gonna do
That
it.
won't
No,
work.
I'm gonna give you.
Look it. I didn't. Who doesn't?
I'm just gonna
got
give you
their
my phone, Cody. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Zach, you have Ding.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Now I'm starting to think I left it at the corner store. Oh, you already got it.
Yep. This is your buzzer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Each of the 3 of you have different sound effects.
Can I push mine?
You push
Just
it.
hear the sound.
Let's learn it. Shh. Just tap it.
That's mine. Let me hear yours. Zach's on social media.
I'm trying to send my mom a picture.
Zach's on social media. No, I'm trying to send my mom a picture.
My mom said she hadn't got her daily fix of my son, so I was like, let me just send her a real quick video.
Dude, we in a podcast.
Bro, that's all good. Moms are invited. Let me hear everybody's beep sound to make sure everybody's loud enough. I'm worried about Cody right now. That's loud.
Mine's loud.
Where's your beep?
BD.
Okay. I think that should be good enough.
I'm holding mine right by the mic.
There you go. I think that should be good enough. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to throw a picture up on the screen.
Okay.
The first one that buzzes in is going to get a chance to answer what the fuck this algorithm drew. What they think that is.
Oh, like what's the description?
Yeah, you're going to describe what you see. You're going to buzz in and tell me what you're fucking looking at.
It's like a one word.
No, you're going to see 9 pictures. And you're going to have to decipher what is happening in that picture.
Okay.
I
So
see.
what? We're supposed to hit the buzzer and then guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you see what's happening in the pictures,
Yeah, I mean, let's
gonna
test my
buzz
buzzer
in
out
and
because like
guess.
I'm gonna hit it right away. And
here's the
just
thing.
freestyle.
Let's
it.
go,
If you
fucker.
buzz in and you're wrong, you lose a point. If you buzz in and you're right, you gain a point. I do have a scoreboard on hand this time. I'm tallying it up as we
Give
go.
a prize?
No scores added later during the edit. What did you say, Brennan?
Do you have a prize?
Do I have a prize?
Yeah.
Bro, I'll give you a kiss. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't have
That's
no
a
prize.
bullshit prize.
I don't have no prize. I'll give you whatever these pills are that I just found.
That's amoxicillin.
Amoxicillin.
I know
We
we
don't want that.
No. Okay, a bottle of
All right.
amoxicillin is the price.
That's right. The bottle of drugs.
We want shroom tea.
So let's do the first one as a primer. All right, is everybody ready with their fingers on the buzzer?
So this don't count yet.
Yes.
Hello, Dolly. Here we go. Round 1. Shh. Cody. What is that?
I'm gonna say Garfield with a lightsaber. That's the description.
Garfield has a lightsaber.
God damn
Wow.
That's 1 point for Cody.
Yeah.
Cody's on the board.
Bullshit.
Wow, that's great.
All right, let's go.
Cody's on the board. All right, hold up.
I love Garfield.
Just 1 second.
Dude, I have a cat at my house, and my cat is
Having
Garfield.
a cat doesn't make you ready to answer Garfield questions.
But the cat is literally this cat, but a woman cat.
Is it like lasagna?
She would. Like, if there was lasagna on the floor, she would fucking eat it. Dude, and you would...
All right, next one.
She would never stop.
That was me.
Well,
That was me. Did you get my boot?
I got your boot, bro.
Okay.
You going again?
I'm competitive.
All right.
Elmo
Yeah.
in a dark room.
I'm going to say no, bro.
That's Brendan.
Brennan.
Elmo in a horror movie.
That's 100% correct.
I was gonna say
I
that.
thought this was fucking Elmo acid trip.
I said in a dark room. I've got to be more specific.
100%
folks.
correct, Brendan.
Listen, if you're watching this,
Damn it.
this is Elmo acid trip. That's
Bro,
what this is.
look at some of those pictures. Look at
Why did they do his eye?
No, the bottom middle is the stuff of nightmares, bro.
Oh yeah, like That looks like straight like
I think
paranormal activity.
This is like some claymation. Like he's
I'm not
turning it-
joking. 100% of those are hitters for whatever they're trying to achieve. All those are good.
They're not all like
It
that.
would have been great if they would have had Elmo like in like The Shining, like in
know,
like in a broken door.
Then that would have given it away. I didn't even
You're
think
right.
horror movie.
You guys ready for the next
Good
one?
thinking.
Yep.
Here we go. Cody, you beeped in first. What do you got?
I've got.
You got to answer. You can't think about it after you.
I've
buzz
got
in.
alien. I've got alien dark background.
Nope, false. Zach was the next to buzz in.
Alien Jesus. Yeah.
Oh!
Yep.
Let's go.
All right, everybody's got one
I
on the
love how
board.
in the corner when you get what you want in there, you click run.
Run it, bro. Bro, that middle left is 100%.
That's the one.
And the one above it too.
And this
even.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here comes the next. I heard Brennan first.
Ninja Turtle Shrek
Ninja Turtle Shrek.
or Shrek as a Ninja Turtle.
Okay. Zach?
Ninja Turtles as Shrek.
Ninja Turtles as Shrek.
No, that's not it either.
It's close.
Okay, what do we got?
Cody, you want to take a shot?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Are you going to pass? All right,
Yeah.
he passes. So, I don't know if I can give it Ninja Turtle Shrek.
Ninja Turtle.
No, you can't give it.
Oh.
The Ninja Turtles meet.
Shrek. You're right.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, I guess you're right. Like they meet him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got both of them in the picture. I just, we could go to the judges.
That's
but
a
there's
No,
no one
let's
else
give
here
it
to
to
me.
No, wait, there's a Ninja Turtle as Shrek right here. He said, "Did you say Ninja Turtle as Shrek?"
I did.
Like,
But
And the one above it too.
But this is what determines who wins.
They-
So
they
let's
meet- okay,
just
that's
put it
fine,
as
that's
nobody
great.
so
wins.
that's a point against him.
Yeah, it is. So
Oh,
Cody
for answering wrong.
So the current score, so the current score is Zach and Brennan got 0. Cody got 1.
All right, let's go.
Here comes the next one.
Cody's
Cody
really
good with the rules, I
Here comes
guess.
the next one. Oh wait, I hit the wrong thing.
Zach, no. That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Chewbacca in Wu-Tang. Yeah, baby. Yes. Yes, that's great, dude. This app is awesome. Look at the bottom middle. Look at
why did they
That's
mess
an
up?
album cover
Why
for
did they
sure,
mess their
bro.
faces up so much?
because I mean, fuck. I don't even know.
Because it's an algorithm.
But they all still go.
It's pulling
None of those
from
don't go.
a million sources on the internet to try to create
Mike's-
these pictures.
Mike's like, I could do a way better fucking picture than this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Zach?
Kanye on the moon.
Damn it.
Kanye visits the moon.
Damn it.
Zach gets 1.
Look at the bottom left. Like that is what Kanye
I almost thought
would
this
use.
was some Kid Cudi Kanye shit, but then
Well, that middle left is
Yeah, I thought it
frightening.
was like a mashup of.
And the
Kid
top
Cudi's.
the top right where he's walking in from the left, like in the prison jumpsuit.
Yeah. And just the moon, bottom right.
Yep. All right. So Zach got 1, Cody got 2. Brennan need to catch up.
fucking Cody.
Let's go.
You heard me first.
I heard
Yeah.
you first. It was you, and then Zach, and then
Okay, ready?
Brennan, I think.
Jay and Silent Bob go to court.
Nope. Go for it.
Oh, you got it.
Jay and Silent Bob game show.
I'm like so.
Are on a game show.
I'm so close to counting that.
Jay and Silent Bob on The Price is Right.
Bro, look at that lower left, though. Look at that lower left.
Bro, I played this for my wife earlier. She's like, it's like Silent Bob, but with Jay's hair in every picture because he got the blonde hair
Yeah, he's
instead
got
of
the
the dark
blonde
hair.
hair. That's
Yeah.
Bro, this looks like the illustrations that I would fucking look at in first grade. Whatever books they had in first grade, this is the type of fucking...
What did I say? Jay
Jay is up.
Go to court.
Go to court.
I thought they were on Judge Mathis.
Price is
I
right.
fuck with Judge Mathis.
Yeah.
Game show was close. I almost gave it to you, but Price is right. He called it exactly.
Hey,
I gotta
if
give
he
it to
didn't
Brennan.
get prices right,
that
it's like
was
I get it.
great.
I get it.
That was so good.
Brennan,
The Avengers go to the beach.
Fuckers.
word for word.
Damn. Nice. Tell
All
us
right.
when you're ready.
Are you all ready?
Yes.
All right. Current score: Zach 1, Cody 2, Brennan 2. It's close. This one's tough.
Oh, Zach.
Zach was in first.
Fuckers.
What do we got? You got 10 seconds to
Conor
answer.
McGregor meets Conor McGregor.
I'm going to give you that, bro. No.
That's really good. I would.
Oh, God. That's great.
The first picture, the very first one, top left, is the one that sells it.
The middle picture shows them having lunch, too, kind of.
This is the lunch right here, or arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
I thought he just met him. Because this is the one I thought he just met himself. I was like, bro. And then here, I was like, dog, you
Conor
can't.
McGregor beats. Who was first? I don't know.
That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got, God, what's that ghost name? Pride Month ghost.
I'm going to give it to you, Cody.
Yes.
I'm going to give it to you. LGBTQ ghost.
I would have said Pride Ghost.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, me too.
What is? Oh shit! What is the name of the ghost that's legendary?
Casper?
Casper, LGBT Casper is what I was gonna say.
Casper has more of a distinct facial features.
Yeah, they would have showed a Casper.
All right, next.
Fucker.
This is easy. This is gonna be Abraham Lincoln, Terminator. Abraham Lincoln Terminator. Terminator as Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln plays Terminator.
As the Terminator.
Can we give that to him?
Yeah.
We got to give that. That first pick, bro. Is fucking,
I was gonna say Abraham Lincolnator.
That's the correct answer.
correct answer, bro. All right. We got a few more.
Man, what?
Zach,
You
you got to answer.
Will Ferrell Kingpin goes bowling.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
that's good. So what's the score?
Zach has 3, Cody has 4, Brennan has 2.
Okay,
oh.
this is two,
We got a
three,
couple
four.
more.
Fuckers.
I think
more.
we got 1 or 2 more.
Anyone can win.
Lil Wayne loves cereal.
Nope.
Yes, I know it. It's up to Brennan now to guess.
Brennan, you got 10 seconds.
Lil Wayne eats ice cream.
Nope.
Yes, I got it, baby.
Fuck.
Ring it up. 5 points for Cody. Lil Wayne eats pho.
Oh man, I'm giving it to you because
Yes!
pho is soup. Lil Wayne has some soup. Lil Wayne has some soup. I cannot fucking believe I typed Lil Wayne has some soup and it gave me that.
I almost fuck with all these actually.
They're all fucking
This
fire,
is like
bro.
this is like this is Lil Wayne as a dog, kind of. And
I
this
honestly, like,
this
if
is
you-
Picasso Lil Wayne.
If you
That
think
got
about
a black eye because he talked too much shit.
if you thinking about looking like for an image that just comes up as anything you search, these are all great.
Bro, this is conspiracy fucking reptile people Lil Wayne right here in the top right. Bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right.
The problem is,
Bro, what
it's
is
like-
this? This is fucking. This
here's
is
the thing.
the Blue Lagoon.
Here's, like,
fucking.
here's the thing I want everyone to do before you switch this photo. Here's the biggest fucking thing. They all look crazy. Everyone squint your eyes. Those are all the greatest Lil Wayne photos you've ever seen.
They
are
are.
their greatest
They're
Lil
all
Wayne.
When you
photos-
squint your
they're all
eyes really,
photos of Lil
really
Wayne eating
deep,
soup.
those are exactly Wayne. How do they do that?
How they do?
Oh, you
that?
squint your eyes, Mike?
Yeah, I am. My
And
eyes can't
those
help but
all
squint.
Wayne to the
I would
max.
put this on my wall.
when you see that, when you
I would put this Wayne picture. You blew this up. You know what? I might start blowing these up and selling them on the internet. And if you guys are
NFTs.
watching this now and I'm rich,
off the Dolly NFTs.
God, those look so crystal clear when you squint.
Just saying.
Every single one of them, you're like, yeah, that's Lil Wayne having some soup. That's Lil Wayne Campbell's commercial, bro, off top. All right, I think this might be the last one or second to last.
So this is the hack, is you have to squint in between.
Fuckers.
You have to squint.
Brendan?
The minions in hell. As a devil. Okay.
Cody?
I'm going to give
Was
someone
Cody-
else a chance to get
next,
closer.
wasn't he?
I'm gonna say minions meet the devil.
Zach, you got anything better?
The Sinions.
Yeah, for real.
Who do you think got that? I
That
can't even
has
vote.
to go to Zach.
Y'all fight amongst yourself. You think it goes to Zach?
Sinions.
I think it goes
You
to
got
Zach.
one more?
I think it goes to Zach. I think I got one or two more after this. Hold up.
The one more, just because that one was too close. God damn it.
Freddy Krueger hangs out in a classroom with kids.
You got anything closer, Brendan?
Freddy Krueger at Parent Day.
I'm gonna give it to Brendan.
Why can't I say?
Career? Good guess.
You know what I was gonna say?
What?
Freddy Krueger comes to school day.
Ah.
I would have had day in there.
Dude, you had a pickle in your mouth. You lost
He
out.
said Parent
I had
Day.
my hand up.
He already said Freddy Krueger comes to Parent Day, or was that Parent Day or whatever.
True. True.
That's the
that,
same. That's like the.
that was that was close.
That
I
was
think
it.
this might be the bonus one. This might be the last one. If anybody gets this one, I'll give them a point. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's tied.
Oh, Jesus.
Zach has 4, Cody has 4, Brendan has 4.
Let's go.
This is for everything.
That was me.
That was you. You got one shot.
That was me.
I'm not gonna take any points away, but you got a chance to add points.
Okay, I'm gonna go with.
This one's tough.
Okay, no, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with pork rind Fanta.
That's very close. That's very close. Who is next?
I want to say it was that.
I think I'm pretty sure it was me.
next.
I'm gonna say chips and soda.
Chips and soda. All right, Brennan, what do you got?
I was gonna say Japanese Fanta.
Japanese Fanta?
Yeah, that
I
was.
think that's a Fruitopia.
All right, so based on the top middle and the middle right, I'm gonna have to give it to Cody. I think, because this is Cheeto flavored Mountain Dew, and he said pork rind Fanta, which is a chip flavored soda.
Hey, I said chip soda.
You said chips and soda.
Chips and soda.
That implies they're two separate items.
Okay, true. Good point.
Dude, that app is pretty crazy. What's it called?
That's sick.
It is called Doll-E Mini. You have to pay for the full version of the AI, but you can, if you just Google Doll-E, like it says on the screen, Mini, you can find the website and you can type any dumb bullshit you think of into it, and it will bring you back some results.
Is this the full version or the free version?
This is the free version.
Oh, nice.
This is all
Okay,
you need.
real quick. Can we all just take 10 seconds to chant Cody?
Cody,
Cody, Cody, Cody, Cody, Cody, Cody,
10 seconds?
Cody.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
hey,
Final score, Zach and Brennan tied at 4. Cody in the lead with 5.
That was fun.
That is a great game, Mike. Thank you for that game, Mike.
Yeah, of course.
That was awesome.
Of course, my ideal plan was to find someone else to put it together so that I could participate. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, nobody else is gonna fucking think of this dumb shit that I'm
No,
thinking
I
of.
love
Chewbacca
this
and
game.
Wu-Tang
This is
Clan.
great. We can do
So,
this all the time
I
on the
love
podcast.
this. Yeah, anytime. So the app is not gonna go away. So yeah, if anybody has ideas for shit that I should put in this game, send me a DM on Instagram of just the wildest shit you can think of. I'll punch the prompt in and we'll work it out.
Oh, I
We'll play this
love
again.
that. I
nice.
love that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Brennan. Get out of my... No, let me get out of your seat, actually.
What else we got to do, guys?
What else do we got to do?
I was going to say, yeah.
Anybody have any funny stories?
Well, I had a baby.
You did have a fucking baby. How did that go, bro? Did it hurt?
No, it was wild. It was a
wild.
wild experience, and I'm the supporter. I'm not afraid to be a support person in the group. You know what I
Amen.
mean? Like I'm doing whatever it takes
What
to
do
make the
you
dream
need?
work.
What do you need?
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You just gotta get real good at saying
So
that.
I'm lucky to have had a kid at 35 years old, mature, in the right headspace, ready for a new lifelong challenge, and it's been bringing me fulfillment and joy in so many ways, and it makes me appreciate even just being here with the boys, because I be at the house with the kid, and I'm good already. I still got
You
some
got one in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's been amazing, guys. And you guys, I really appreciate you guys giving me some guidance on the fatherhood.
Cheers to Zach having a baby. That's so awesome.
Absolutely, bro.
Your kid
Welcome to the
is-
club.
Your kid is beautiful. And
Welcome
that-
to the crew. Me and Jinx got 2.
That's right.
And Cody got 1. What the fuck you gonna do?
That's right. Well, we're going to raise our kids to all be friends and hang out and kick it.
That's what I'm saying.
And then do a set of Lucky You. Yeah. We're working on a whole bunch of new music, man. You know, me and Mike have been going crazy on an album. You know, we're really not trying to chase any type of a rap career or anything like that. Or, you know, we love music. Like it's no different than this right here, right? If this makes us, you know, $100 a month, we're going to fucking keep doing it.
I gotta satisfy these urges, bro. I need an outlet.
It doesn't matter, because we love to, if this affects one person and makes them laugh, gives them comfort on a Friday, on a Wednesday, on a Monday when they're starting their week. If, the music just kind of takes you from a place that maybe like, man, I don't know if I can do it, to like, man, you know what? Maybe I can do it. That right there,
Worth it.
totally worth it. And, I'm obsessed. I'm addicted to, like, some would be addicted to the phones, like some would be addicted to crystal meth. I'm addicted to writing music and seeking out new beats and doing new things and throwing meaningful shows. So when we do release this album, you know, we do plan on having an album release party, and I'd hope that everybody, you know, that watches this podcast, that's in the area, that's able to come, would come and support.
Even if you're not in the area, come through. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, we're really about quality over quantity, and when we do something, you know, it's a big deal, and we're gonna do it right. So we've been working on music. We got a lot of features, a lot of local legends, and some really cool shit, man. Locally produced stuff here in Washington State, and so very excited. We have a new single coming out when this
Where you at?
podcast is
Where you
out.
at?
It's gonna be right around the corner.
Right around the
It's
corner.
called Where You At. It's produced by Waffles. It's featuring Owl Green.
Owl, like the bird.
Owl Green. Look him up on Spotify, Instagram. Follow the man. He's gonna be on tour for a few shows with Atmosphere and Iration. Just
Grouch.
really doing some cool shit. And Grouch, man. So it's summertime. Let's embrace it. Let's go after opportunities. Let's be happy and look inside of ourselves and just know that we're lucky to have some time here to do what we love. So
I love that, bro. I got nothing to add to that except just look sexy while you're doing it.
look sexy when you're doing it. Do
You
a
know?
sit up, do a push up, wake up and do something before you decide to do some other shit.
Wake up and do something before you do something. That's all I'm saying.
before you go, to work, go for a walk. Before
You guys been working out? You guys
50
been,
push-ups
Yep.
in the morning.
Yep.
So that's been my thing has been like, I don't want it. I don't want to do it, but just get it out of the way. And if I only did that 50 for the day,
That's enough.
I did 50. You know what I'm saying?
Smiley face puppy.
Love puppy.
I would say, I'd say, love my animal.
Oh shit!
That's our logo, basically.
Wow.
Which one of those could we sustain? It'd probably be
That
the
top left?
No, top middle top.
yeah, bro. I fuck with
No,
him.
this was not fucking good.
No,
No,
top middle, big
bro.
dog. There's our homie.
Big
Oh, I
dog
love
sitting in
that.
the fucking ceramic ashtray.
I do love that.
Yeah, why is he in an ashtray?
I don't know, bro. I tried so many things that didn't work. I had like fucking mold.
Put in our names.
Oh, I should have done that.
I wonder if it knows us yet.
This is a different website. This is called Crayon.
That's where it migrated to because the traffic on the initial site was too much, so
Up
they
to
had to
3
migrate
minutes.
to that.
Should take long,
Yeah.
up to 3 minutes.
Yep, it takes about a minute. I tried putting in exact change, it didn't work. I tried putting in moldy Snoop Dogg, it didn't work.
But each one takes a long time to
Some
do.
things it doesn't work. Well, because it's compiling from images across the net.
Oh, right, yeah.
The algorithm is working to find what you have input and compile everything that it thinks pertains to that. That's why that Chewbacca in Wu-Tang had a bunch of ones that were just Chewbacca with like the yellow Wu-Tang symbol in the background. Because it combines
kinda though.
anything that pops up with
So
Wu-Tang.
what are we doing after this?
Smoking blunts?
Ooh, I like that.
With a B? It got a B in it? Look at that bottom middle with the fucking gums showing.
Just by changing it to happy to be here with a B, this is what we get.
Top right could be the logo.
The top right, this one.
Yeah, top right, the pink one. The one
Come on.
Yeah,
It'd be the one below that. And so we could add some
that
text.
could be a little bit below it. I really like
Little
bottom
ones.
middle,
I
bro.
like this one,
Bottom middle is my guy.
That looks exactly like Zach.
Fucking bro looked like a vampire with braces, bro. He's like
vampire with braces, bro. I look like one of them.
I'm gonna suck your blood.
No, I look like one of them fucking Canadian dudes from South Park.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, what are those?
Welcome to High Baby Hey,
What's the
buddy.
name, dude? What's the name?
Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, those motherfuckers.
This one could be all of us.
Did you find
all four of us?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what? Hey, what is this called?
DALL-E, DALL-E.
And what is it? It's
an artificial intelligence that will create art based on any prompt you put into
Is
it.
it using photos that already exist?
Yes, it's pulling all these photos from the internet.
dude. Hey, will you type in
But
rap
it's creating a
Sasquatch?
photo?
Yeah.
Rap
That's why
Sasquatch.
it takes minutes to compile it all because it's pulling photos from the internet. I had
Damn, like the tech?
I had one that was like Captain America at the DMV, and it was him in the fucking building with like the fluorescent lights above him and shit. Batman gets a divorce where he's like with a chick and she's crying and shit. I was just trying to, but
What
they
is
just
this,
didn't translate well enough for y'all to get them. I tried to pick some ones that I thought people would get.
This is rap Sasquatch.
I love that rap squad.
Is this a recommendation? Somebody asked for it?
Whitney.
Somebody asked for it?
No, Whitney's on.
Are you talking to Whitney? You talking to Whitney?
No, I'm saying,
No,
did somebody
wife.
ask for rap Sasquatch?
No, I just that was me.
Don't be talking to my wife, bro.
I am.
Don't be talking to my wife.
About it.
Funny story. Me and my wife were having some private time in the bedroom while the child watched Daniel Tiger in the living room
Continue.
earlier today.
Okay. His balls are empty.
Yeah, we were trying. Yeah. Balls empty, stomach full. That's how we keep it. Rap middle, dude. Middle. Rap Sasquatch all day, or lower right. Schoolboy Q Sasquatch. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? We were having
Rap
some.
Sasquatch right here. You guys go to this generator. You can check this out. What were you saying now?
No, we were having a little bit of just time to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And the kid was watching whatever she was watching, Daniel Tiger, I think. And so we finish our business. We finish our adult conversation. It's conversation / physical altercation, and we go out to the living room, and I pick up my daughter to say goodbye to her because I'm heading to the podcast. And she's like, her mouth looks like Chipmunky. She's got something in her cheeks. And I reach in her cheek because sometimes she'll just pick up shit off the floor and put it in her mouth, like babies do. They love to do that. And what I pull out of her mouth is my fucking Samsung Galaxy earbud. She found the case for my earbuds and fucking popped the earbud in her mouth. And the problem,
Squirreled it.
I pull the earbud out of her mouth. It does not have the rubber pad on it any longer. It is just plastic. The rubber ear pad is gone. And so I tell my wife immediately, yo, sorry about that, but when you change a diaper later on or tomorrow, we might be needing to look out for these rubber pads, And then I find the rubber pads over on the carpet, like with the case, but the other earphone was out of the case and it was wet too. So just, be careful. Your kids can watch TV for a little bit and chill, but don't let them eat your earbuds.
This is Spocast.
I don't understand it. There's some.
Because Spocast is very, it's very abstract.
I feel like
Spocast doesn't. You can't put Spocast in a box.
I love the
Why
top
do you put
middle.
Exclamation point?
Top middle is
That's
hitting, bro.
Spocast.
That's
the
my
logo.
logo.
Top middle is like a
But I
fucking.
mean, it has to have that.
It does.
top middle is like that wise Grinch.
That's native Grinch right there.
Yeah, bro. The middle three all day are like Spokane Indian, like native
This
type.
really is native stuff, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck this guy
Yeah,
is.
top
but-
right.
Clef lip. Jesus. Why'd you throw some dude in there?
Why'd they
like,
do that?
Yeah, lower his self-esteem. Like, why'd you throw me in with fucking...
Okay, all right. Brennan's pulling. I don't know where he's
Three
pulling
ninjas.
these
You gotta be
from.
like Three Ninjas fucking
don't know where
dance party or some shit.
3 fruit ninjas.
Yeah, three fruit
ninjas.
I just want
ninjas.
to see what it comes up with.
Pikachu is Godzilla. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
no,
Like,
I understand what it does. Oh man, are you gonna go see Thor, Mike?
I want to go see Thor. I want to see fucking Gore the God Butcher.
I'm gonna go see in about.
I want to go see Black Phone. Fuck you, nerds.
I want to see Black Phone so bad, bro. Ethan Hawke looks like he kills it. in that.
Lucas said it was amazing.
Lucas did say it was amazing because he went and saw that Cronenberg flick and walked out. He said the Crimes of the Future or whatever was terrible.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he said he walked out. He said it was fucking awful.
Was that in the podcast?
No, I messaged him later to
Oh.
let him know when the pod was coming out, and
This
yeah,
is-
that looks like 3 ninjas, except for the one that looks like 4 ninjas or 8 ninjas.
They're all.
There's several ninjas.
Yeah, there's one ninja with 2 heads.
Try. Oh yeah, you could. I tried. I'm gonna shit you not. I tried 12 different Mario ones, and they all sucked. They all sucked. Try Scarface, but the cocaine is pizza.
Scarface, but the cocaine is pizza.
All those are good.
That's the best. That's how we end this show.
That is top notch. Oh my god. Look at top right, bro. He's so happy. For a faceless zombie.
Middle left is great too.
Oh my god.
What?
That's going on Instagram.
He has 2 pies in every photo. Every photo he has 2 pies.
Bro. Face, but the cocaine is pizza.
So live on the podcast, you gonna hear us reacting to the reaction we just gave you live on the
You gonna
podcast.
hear the reaction to the... I didn't even know the podcast was still going. I thought we ended this a long time ago. We're still
That's
here.
the end right there, bro. That's it. That's got to be part of it.
All right.
Have a good night.
Zombie, dead,
You fucks.
half awake, maybe Planet of the Apes, Scarface, eats pizza.
Bro, that lower left does look Planet of the Apes. Good call.
I guess I could just add this and it makes it look like I made it right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's almost like you would be like, Scarface is pizza.
Scarface, but the I cannot believe.
No, that wording was perfect.
How
What it
many of
was.
these actually look like it's a part of his body? Like these all look like they're attached. That's a pizza hand. That's a pizza head. That's pizza cauliflower ear, bro. That's when it fucking bursts into a cauliflower
Yeah,
pizza.
and top
Bro,
right
Look
is
at this one.
pizza.
This one's pulling off his nose.
That is nightmare fuel. That lower right. And
Top
bro,
right.
I'm telling you right now, look at the smile on middle right and tell me that's not fucking nightmares, bro. That is a goddamn nightmare.
Resident Evil Scarface pizza.
Why can't they clear his face up? I don't
It's
get
just
it.
pulling random shit from the internet, bro. That's all it's doing.
God, it's
And
beautiful.
once again, if you squint your eyes, they all are
I was
perfect.
gonna say do the squint eye test and they all look like the movie.
Oh God,
That
they're
was
all
pizza.
perfect.
You heard of Godfather's pizza, but
Guys,
never
I have to-
Scarface's
I have
pizza.
To, I have to do a shout out real quick
Please.
to our sponsors. I want to shout out to our sponsor, Pickle Juice.
Pickle Juice.
It really.
Yo, go
just-
fuck with Pickle Juice if you're not.
It just immediately.
Because we drink it and they ain't paying us for it, but it's worth it.
Yeah, no, pickle juice, especially if you get some type of Dijon pickle juice. Like this isn't just like you're not getting the regular pickles.
Dijon pickles?
Is Dijon a word for fanciness? Because
No.
I'm making it that right now.
These are the gray poupon of pickles, bro. This is the gray pickles, bro.
Yo, my pickles are wearing a turtleneck, bro. That's how
right.
my turtles are. My turtles.
That's not my turtles. That's what you call them when they rock a turtleneck. We got dill turkles, bro.
Bro, this shit will literally just dissolve any liquor that is there. You pour
change
a
your
little
life.
bit in there and you just... Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Imperfect Cody, Oslo Matisse,
Brennan Pointer.
Brennan, Spocast, Algorithm Northwest.
Live from the Garland. What's up?
Live from the Garland.
Let's go.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here, breathing this fresh air, living my best life, even when the shit ain't fair, even when the love ain't there. Yo, I'm just happy to be here, smoking some good weed, not thinking what could be. I'm just here in the right now, doing me till it's lights out. Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, cause I know that shit could be worse. So what I spit in these verses gon' make some history first.
Show 'em I'm happy to be here, I'm living my best life.
Yo, you living without fear,
You wonder what that's like
like a breath of some fresh air.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, this
No,
movie's great.
you know what I'm going to tell you right now?
God damn it, you sons of bitches. Now I got to know everybody's favorite film.
I don't know if I have a favorite film that I can tell you right now, but Lucas told, or Brendan told
Homeward
me.
Bound.
Of course. Of course, bro. Why wasn't I fucking thinking? Of course it's Homeward Bound.
Michael J. Fox, Sally Field.
Of course.
Shadow.
Bro,
Chance.
yeah. Sassy,
Sorry.
bro.
Sassy.
Yeah. Bro, my daughter
God.
cried. One of the first instances my daughter ever cried was when we watched Homeward Bound and Shadow couldn't make it out the mud.
Oh,
And-
Shadow.
And they thought they were going to have to leave Shadow behind. And
the
she
end.
cried. And then he comes running across the grass at the end. I'm home.
Bro,
And she
I
was like,
cried. I cried, son.